Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to use a silage bunker for making, you guessed it, silage. So, first things first, you need to be able to cut your grass. Now I'm using a Krone self-propelled mower here. Of course you can use anything that you like mower wise. Just attach it to your tractor and you are good to go. Now I do have another tractor over here all set up to show you if you wanted to. This is another mower setup. Very easy, very simple. One mower on the front, one mower on the back. And mowers can be found in the shop, under tools. And here, mowers. There's two there that I am using. If you wanted to use a self-propelled mower, you go to vehicles, mowers, and here's the other one that I was using in the demonstration. There are plenty of others in the mod hub as well. Check those out. Once you have mowed a good amount of grass, the next step is to pick up the grass. Now, if you haven't got a mower which puts everything in a nice beautiful swath, I would suggest you get a windrower to pull it all together. Those can be found under tools and windrowers. You attach these to the back of your tractor and just glide along and it will pull the swath together so it's nice and easy to pick up. Now this is the next setup that you need. This is a forage wagon. Again, you go to tools, to forage wagons, and there are plenty base game forage wagons that are available. The cheapest is 30,500. The one I'm demonstrating today is 116,000. And there are some great modded versions. This is the cheapest I think I know of, 4,700. And also it only requires 25 horsepower to pull this one, whereas something as big as what I'm using now requires 220 horsepower to pull. You can find that by these little figures at the bottom. So you can see 220 horsepower, 44 meters cubed, so that's 44,000 liters of grass that it can hold. It also shows you the weight of the vehicle and how fast it will be pulled as well. Let me just show you that. It's 10 miles an hour. That's the expected speed that you will go. Okay, now all you need to do is jump in, lower the forage wagon and turn it on. So let me put on my help window so I can show you. Click and hold L1. Lower is the circle and turn on and off is square, and you simply drive up to the grass and it will pick it up for you. I'm going to go over to this field here so we can pick up some nice large long swaths. Very simple indeed. It is one of the easiest jobs. But as you can see, we are floating around the 10-12 miles an hour. It doesn't really matter what type of tractor you pull, that is the speed that you will go at. I would suggest a medium to large tractor for this sort of work, unless you have a forage wagon which requires a lot less horsepower, like the one that I showed you, that you can download from the mod hub. Okay, so I'm going to fill this up to the brim and I'll bring you back in. Okay, I have 44,000 litres of grass right here. Now all we need is the silage clamp. So you go to the construction menu, which you can find at the bottom of this menu. Go across to construction. You're in buildings, silos, and then there are quite a few different options in the base game, and of course there are some mods as well. So if you look along, I'll see if I've got any mods installed actually. I'm not sure if I do on this map. Let's find out. That's manure heaps. Here we go. So here's a couple of cheaper mods. Pack of bunker silos. But I will just put down a base game silage clamp. It is very possible for you to have a cheap version of this. So don't be like freaked out by the price. Here's a couple here actually. 25 and 60. These are base game bunker silos. Okay, that's in. Very nice, very simple. Just going to drive on through. Now our job is to get the grass out and compact it. So click and hold L1 and R1 and then press triangle. That starts the unloading process, and try and give yourself a nice amount of space. Drive while it unloads. Okay, you might need to go back a bit, and then you might get a little bit stuck, but that's okay. You'll get out. Just make sure you do that with a big tractor. If you have something small, it will get caught up. Now, our job is, now that the grass is in here, we need to compact it nice and tight. So you do need your help window open. To make sure you have your help window open, go to the menu, and under general settings, you see up the top here, menu off, menu on for help window. That's the top left hand panel. And you'll see here, it gives you the amount of, it actually for some reason goes straight to chaff when you put it in. Converts it straight to chaff, grass to chaff. And you can see it's already 4% compacted. We need to get this up to 100%. Okay, now I always find using something like a wheel loader helps. It's big, it's heavy, it's all encompassing. If you don't have that, you can use a tractor. And I would try and pick your heaviest tractor that you have, or add some weights onto it, and it just helps the compaction process go a little bit faster. But for now, I'm just going to use the JCB. It probably is the biggest tractor I have here. I do have a McCormick actually. Is it the McCormick or the Case? The Case. The Case might be slightly heavier. Yeah, it is actually. Can you see here? So the fast track, look at the bottom, 11.9 tons, and the Case is 12.6 tons. So I think that might be the Case right there. Always best to have your biggest tractor to do this. Now, is this the correct Case? I have a few. That's the McCormick. Oh, I've left the Voltra engine on. Let's turn that off. Now let me just check which one is it. The Magnum 340. So it's this one. Nice. Okay, let's take our heaviest tractor and move over. If you don't have a heavy tractor and you don't have much money, you can just keep going, keep rolling. Another way to do it, add some weights to the front and to the back of your tractor to make it nice and heavy. And all you need to do is drive. Another really good thing to do is to swap out the tyres. Swap out the tyres for something wide and chunky, and that will help compact. And as you can see on the top left hand side, guess what? The compacting is going up. And yes, we do need to get this to 100% for it to work. Now, I have more grass out there ready for me to pick up. What I tend to do is compact every little load to get it a little bit more level, so I have more space. Now, I won't roll this up to 100%, then go get another load, then do another 100%. Like, I'm very close to thinking this would be appropriate for another load. So, I'm going to go grab another load and put it on. I'll see you in a minute. So I have another full load and we are going to drive this straight on. And same process, L1, R1 and triangle to unload. Whoopsie daisy. Pressed the wrong button there, didn't I? Supposed to zoom out. There we go, nice and slowly pull the grass out into the bunker. Now, our job is to finish off compacting. The reason we did a little bit of compacting to start off with is so that it's at least a little bit more manageable. But we're at 33%, so we're not too far away from where we were when we started. But now our job is to get this down. So, drive back and forward and have a little bit of fun. Once everything is compacted to 100%, you will see on the top left hand side an option to put the blanket over. So let's blanket the silo, and there you have it. It's now undercover and fermenting. Top left hand side you can see fermenting silage at 0%. What I'm going to do for you is speed up time so we can have a look at the percentage going up. Okay, I'm just going to come off it. 5%. Normally, if you check it every hour, there should be a change. 9%. Okay. So the change and the process and the fermenting process does take time. But ultimately, it does require a lot less equipment. You don't need a baler, you don't need a bale wrapper, and then you don't have to store the bales. Here, you've just got a silo where you can just cover it up. You could have put a lot more in here as well, a lot more. So once it is fermented and completely fermented, we will be able to take this off. So I will see you once it's fermented. Well, hello everybody. We are 100% fermented. Let's open this silo. You walk up and press L3 and there you have it. Beautifully fermented, wonderful silage. Look at that. Sometimes the plastic doesn't come off. That's just really a bit of a bug in the game. Nice and simple and easy. Now you could pick this up with a front loader with a bucket on or a conveyor belt system. There's many ways that you can get this up. If you need help with that, put a comment below and I can always create a video to show you how to do that. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, give it a like, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe, and most of all, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you ever so much. Bye for now.